Hello, my wellness fans. Welcome to Kitinita's Wellness. Today, I have so much to offer you, so much that is going to blow your mind. I'm going to talk to you about Ghana's best kept secret. Why do I say that? We have so much in herbs culture. I have a lot to show you. Now, this is what I am talking about. Now, it's a lot to see, so I'm going to explain what all these things that you see is about. I'll first start with this one. This is our one of our Ghanaian herbs. It's called Hwentia. Now, this Hwentia, it's so great. It has so much healing properties. It comes in this type is very hard. It's very hard. It's so hard. But then you can always mash it in a mashing bowl. I'm going to do a video on a mashing bowl and then send you a link, so you're going to find out what I'm talking about, because it's very hard. You cannot blend it in a blender. I think it's not going to do much. But then when you use our normal African mashing bowl, it's going to do much for you. Now, mothers across Ghana, what we normally do is we use it to prepare our porridge, because for our kids, because normally what happens is that when our kids go to school, they pick up all sorts, and then it gets into their fingernails, they touch food and enter, so they normally will come down with stomach pain and everything. This has great healing properties. It's called Hwentia, Ghana local herb. Hwentia, it has so much healing properties. Normally you can blend it, mash it in your mashing bowl, and then put it in water, pure bottled water, and put it in, leave it for some time, and let it be your daily water that you take. It's going to be fantastic. It heals a lot of things in our stomach. It's so good. You can also put it in your daily porridge each day, which also works, for you. It cleanses the body. It helps with our blood flow. It helps with our heart. It's great. It's great. And it's one of the things that blows my mind, that with all the healing properties that it does have, it's very, very cheap in the market, very handy, easy to pick wherever you go, and it's all over our local market. Now, talking about Hwentia, we move to this one. This one is called our Prego. Why do they say Prego to this one? Because it's nails. It looks like a nail. This is one of Ghana's best secrets. I always say it's been used for generations, but then you might not see it making so much noise, but it is in all over our market. It is called, locally known as Prego in Ghana, because it looks like the normal nail that carpenters use. Now, this one I recommend it for daily use. I recommend it for daily use. Now, what you can do with this one especially is that what you can do is, when you have a bottled water, fresh, newly bottled water that you get, you just put all these Prego in. Normally it's packaged in something like this, so when you buy it, it's packaged in something like this. So you put it in your bottled water, then you drink it. When you put it in, you give it a day or two. What it does is that these Prego, when you put it in the water, it starts to dissolve. Now, it won't dissolve completely because it's hard, but then the blackening around it starts to become a bit bigger, and it starts to dissolve into the water that you're drinking. And as you drink it, when you have anything to deal with cough, headache, lack of blood flow, uneasiness, it cleanses your system. And it's really good for our children, because kids are mixed with all sorts of people in school or every day, and so everybody coughing, sneezing, so infection is all over the place. So you need to have something like this wherever you are, at home, in the kitchen. So you have bottled water, you just put it on a dining table, and you continue to give it to your kids. It helps them to clear infection daily, and it's very cheap in the market. You don't need to run to the doctor's office any day. Now, this one is locally known as Prekese. Now, it's very hard. But normally, what you can do with this one is that you cut them into 2 or 3 or into any size that you want. When you prepare soup, any kind of soup, from light soup to palm nut soup to okra soup to any soup, you put them in. It has so much healing properties. When you put it in, when you're having blood circulation problems, it's there to help you. If you're dealing with headaches, it's there to help you. It's a very natural, authentic Ghanaian product, but then it gives so much healing properties. If you look at me now, you would wonder, it's looking at the economy these days, wherever in the world, it's not easy to just go sit in the doctor's office forever, wait in all long queues. So you need to rely on the locally product that you find out there. And these are some of the things that God made to humans for us to just cleanse our system daily. It's fantastic. It's great. I recommend it. It's, once again, I call it what? Prekese. You find it in a bunch, normally in a market. It's tidy here. And my wellness fans out there in Europe, wherever, UK, America, China, if you're looking for something like this, just hit me up. kitinita1@gmail.com. kitinita1@gmail.com. I'll just FedEx it to you, detail it to you, everywhere you find yourself in the world. Don't be a stranger. Just hit me up. I'll send you a quote, and quickly you can start having things that are, easy on your dining table for your kids, whoever you are. It cleanses your system. Now, this, as I said, is what Ghana best kept secret. This is called alligator pepper. I know, alligator pepper. Who knew the name? Because of how, you might not appreciate it the way it looks, because it might look like dal and what it is, but it's one of our major healing herbs out there. Now, normally when this one is break out, it comes into this tiny particles. I didn't want to pour it into a plate because it's so tiny, it can just scatter all around. But it's locally known as alligator pepper. Now, with something like this is what now it has been enhanced in the supermarket and every places, and they're calling it black pepper. You can see that it's used on pizza, it's used to cook almost every food. It has great healing properties. Now, with heart, blood circulation, our liver, with all this herb product that I've talked about, with our liver cleansing and everything that has our body, our organs, our intestines, it flushes out toxins from our system. Now, this one, when you hear black pepper, this is the original black pepper. That it's once you break this into two, you get this. You can hear that. You get this out of it, and then mostly a lot of commercially they blend it and add a lot of additives and brand it nicely and then sell it in the supermarket. But if you can get it originally like this, you just take a tiny bit, you mash it in your mashing bowl, you spread it in. If it's pizza that you're doing at home with a bit of cheese, you sprinkle this on it. Unknowingly, you put in so much healing properties in your food, soups, whatever that you do. And then when the kids eat it, when you eat it yourself, your rest assured. It's cleansing the toxins out of your system, and it's giving you clear skin daily. It's giving you inside out. You're washing your inside out. You always, because I'm very big on skin, and that is the house we carry. They said you have to advertise yourself. You are what you look like, and so I really endorse these herbs. As I said, hit me up on kitinita1@gmail.com and check out my pages on Kitinita Wellness on Facebook, Instagram. So don't forget to share, notify me by pressing your subscription, and also like this page. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you next time.